Hello. I got a letter yesterday. It's a very strange message. Very strange. I didn't understand it. I do understand it. Who knows? Will I get another letter? God knows. Should have started this review ages ago, then brought it back now, and then went, oh, look at that post box. Okay, this is the Rant Random for Lake House. I'm literally got the camera set up, the lights set up, I've got a football, I've just done the one for Undisputed 2. And basically I was thinking, right, just fucking wing something, just wing something. Because I've actually had full on surgery, my face is fixed. I'm not missing any teeth. So yeah, I'm just winging it. Winging it, doesn't make any sense, does it? Watch some of the older videos, jumping in the past, jumping in the future, yeah, I just jump all over the place. That's what this fucking film does. I've seen this film a good few times now. Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock are reunited after the success of Speed. They didn't do Speed 2 together because Keanu Reeves went no. And it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. I mean, if it did work, there would have been another third one. But we get Keanu. There's something there. There's something always there with the Jack. What the hell is she called? What's the wild cat called? Oh, she's called Annie. How the fuck did I forget that? Anyway, so the chemistry they had in the movie was really good. Sandra Bullock as well at the time, just coming off Demolition Man into Speed, she looked absolutely amazing, and there was something there. Keanu Reeves busting out, just getting into his action films before he became Neon and stuff like that. And then a couple of years have passed, enough time's passed now for this movie to come along. And this movie is about this house on the lake. It's called the Lake House, and it's full of glass. It's just like, hey, I mean, it doesn't go into the toilet. I'm not saying like you can see someone taking a shit and they won't. I wasn't, you know, like you could hear someone having a shit. I don't know what that was about. But, you know, you watch this movie and you watch it and like, it's just, I think it's mint. And I'm sure the dog is a time traveling fucking time lord. I think it's all about the dog. So basically Keanu Reeves moves into the house and he receives a letter from the ex-tenant asking her to forward on the mail, how she's had some great memories here. She says, I don't know about the box in the attic and I don't know about the paws on the floor. And he's like, Now, I suggest you go and watch this film because this is a review Rant Random. I've seen this, I'm going to talk about this, okay? So if you don't want it spoiled, go and watch it. You had your chance. Don't write a comment in the bug, you fucking spoil the film. Like, okay. So, he moves in and he's wanting to buy this house for ages, and backstory is his dad designed this house and he has fun memories of a childhood there. Now his relationship with his dad, he hasn't seen his dad for a couple of years. His brother as well is, you know, sort of disconnected between the whole family. He's got his head into construction, he's got a girlfriend who he's not sure what's going on about, and he decides to buy this house and do it up. So he's on doing up this and he realises that he had this letter, so he decides to write a letter back to this person, and up comes this letter. Now I was nice enough to give him some charity. So basically he gets this letter and this letter comes back, and then this letter goes this way, and then this letter goes that way, and all the time, I am donating by the way, I'm just going to store these bags. So all this time he's like reading this letter and he's getting confused, he's going, what's going on here? And then she starts reading the letter and it beats around the bush a bit till they both realise she is in the future and he is in the past, right? Now where you can get your head around that, they're both on about living and moving out of this house. She's moved on, she's moved into this new apartment complex which hasn't been built when he's reading these letters. So it's all about the letterbox. Letterbox goes in, goes by the letterbox, letterbox goes up, letterbox. Now it just seems mental. The only thing, I mean, the loophole is she's got to drive all the way out this massive travel and he's waiting at his letterbox. She gets impatient as well. He's out there to kick it off. Now the way the story is told, it's told really well because he starts talking over the top, their voices come in, there's a lot of narration over it, and then they very cleverly use the whole fade in, fade out, but then they even just go right bang, he's just the scene set up and he'd be sitting by a table, she'd be sitting at the table, and they might even pan across and he fades in and she fades out, and it just flows. You know, the film, by this point the film's got you. You're not going, well that wouldn't fucking happen, how does that fucking, no, it just flows. It's the same thing with You Got Mail. It gets to the point where it's trying to tell you a story, but it's not going to point out the fact that every time she needs to post a letter, she's got to drive two hours up north to wherever the lake house is and post the letter in the lake house box. You know what I mean? So that's what happens. Now it comes to the attention that something's gone horribly wrong and they want to meet, they fall in love, and it's really, really good. It's got a happy ending. The dog is a Time Lord. The dog runs off. The paws appear. You know, he starts changing. He plants a fucking tree. A tree appears out of fucking nowhere. Jump cut. I nearly just went in the garden and stole a tree. But no, I'm just redoing this. You know, he just randomly runs out there and just grabs a dinosaur from the past. Like, ting, all of a sudden there's a dinosaur in the room. She's like, oh. No, I'm not saying a dinosaur appears in the movie. I'm saying he goes out there and plants a tree and it grows. And there's stuff like that. He plays tricks. You know, she sends a letter and then she sends stuff back in the post. Now, this is where it goes from a letter to she going, okay, wait a minute. I know you're upset. Spoiler alert, his dad dies. I know you're upset, but, you know, he did appreciate you, and she sends him a book back from the past. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What they could have done? They could have done a Back to the Future and gone, right, the lottery this week will be, and I will meet you there and we will be happily millionaires. But it's all about love. It's a very, very clever love story. And I'll see you in the outtakes. In the outtakes will be me in the future. Some random outtake in the future. So, welcome back to the past or the future, or whichever way this one goes around. Whichever one's makes more sense. This is the very last video you're appearing in. You are definitely going to the graveyard. Was going to go and steal a tree. It's the only tree I've got handy, an only tree. It's a good film, I enjoyed it. It can baffle you. Is he in the past, is he in the present, is she in the past, in the present, or they just keep going to the post box, you know. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah. So anyway, you want to talk about post boxes, good job, it's not my fucking postman, or Helms, again. I've done a video called the package video, and if you don't know about it, this pretty much happened. I got this little note from my door. Say for example, this is my note. And then, well, it wasn't even through my door, it was stuck in my back door, and days later I found it on the floor. And sod's law, I read it. Package in bin. Alright? Went in my bin, bin's fucking emptied. Do you know what I mean? Well done, package people. Once again, I had a whole rant about this, but yeah, it's a good job. I wasn't looking for some love in the future or the past, whichever way around this lake house wants to be. I don't even know where the DVD is. There it is. It's kept for a review. So there we are. The lake house, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Hard Feeling, No Speed 2. Additional scenes in trailer. And there's the dog. The dog was called Jack, it'd be unbelievable, but you know, I mean, on the back though, it doesn't really give it her love story from 2004 and 2006 is 2 years apart. But yeah, whoa, there it is. It's broken now. Not for rental. You know why they have not for rental on? Do you want a little story, a little rant at the end of Lake House? Why you got DVDs that said not for rental? Then you would have ones. Have you seen my Detox review? I don't know how Detox has just disappeared so quickly. We've been a review a few weeks back. Jumping to the past. Like, for example, where is that? Hang on. Still here. I'm still here. Here it is. Now this one's got rental version on. Do you know why? Do you know what some companies did when they were trying to, like, you know, when trying to compete against Blockbuster for a start? Why would you do that? But the independent companies, what they try to do is, they would basically, if you wanted to rent this, you basically pay X amount of money for per copy. It wouldn't be $9.99. We're talking something like £50, depending on the title. And it depends if you went, right, you get that one for £50, you can have all of them for £5 each, as long as you put them on the shelves. That kind of deal. Some companies didn't want to do that. Some companies would go to your local supermarket and basically buy a copy for rental, and they basically would say, right, you can try before you buy. And people are like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? So it's like, right, you rent that one, and when you rent that one, you can try and buy that. But this one's not for it. Yeah, no. You are renting this one. But I don't want to. But you need to rent this one. But I just want to rent this one. And that's what they were doing. They were basically renting these out, charging you, putting the money in a pot, and as soon as other companies like Global and Blockbuster, you know, people who would rent stuff from Global and not return it, would basically, as soon as Global had an X rental sale, they would run along the street, come back with that one, and then they would sell their copies, or they would just bin them because at the end of the day it had more fingerprints than the crime scene on it, renting it out. So yeah, There's enough jump to the future, jump to the past, batshit crazy all over the place about rental copies and that. I've been Steve Mason. This has been the review for Lake House in the future and in the past. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye for now.